Welcome back to River City Live. MOCA Jacks continues to showcase cutting-edge art exhibits for our community to view. Their latest installation mixes visual art, sound, and much more. I caught up with the MOCA's curator, Jamie DeSimone, and artist Lyle Owerko to talk about Synthesize. Curator of MOCA Jacks, Jamie DeSimone, found inspiration for the Synthesize art exhibit from French artist and composer Celeste Boussier, who has made a name creating music through art and vice versa.
I thought, he's onto something. He represented France in the Venice Biennale 2 years ago. And so that was kind of the tipping point for me to think about what has been done between these two disciplines since the turn of the century.
And she's taken the idea, molded it, and invited a varied mix of international artists to contribute to Synthesize.
There is everything from installation art to video to photography. And so we were hoping to create an overall balance and an arc within this kind of intersection of art and music and what that looks like. So for us, it was understanding how artists are using both of those disciplines either as an individual way to get into the medium or combined.
Photographer Lyle Owerko focuses on boomboxes as his contribution to Synthesize. Hit the Wayback button if you're over 35.
Well, the Boombox Project started as an anthropological study of boomboxes, which were these enigmatic music devices that in the late 70s through early 80s, everyone had them. But it ends up, they become such a strong symbol in contemporary culture, but they haven't really been represented in a highbrow, extremely distinct or graphic manner, especially for the symbolism of what they are. And so I went backwards and I found all these old boom boxes and elevated them to the high state of almost a religious objects of sorts, like a Buddha.
While working on this process, he discovered how important the boombox was to all genres of music.
And it ends up that the boombox was a huge part of so many people's lives, as well as different music movements, not just hip-hop, but also grunge and new wave and speed metal and punk, and anyone that was making music in the 70s through 80s and even through the early 90s, a boombox was a big part of their sound component.
While these youngsters might not know what a boombox or cassette tapes were, there is an undeniable visceral connection.
I think kids really understand them as objects. They don't so much understand them for their utility nature of them. Like, they haven't interacted with them, but they've seen them. They've seen them in music videos. They've seen them in advertising. They've seen them in so many other, rendered in so many other kind of spectrums of discourse, but they haven't been able to see something and develop a relationship with it and understand what it was as far as just a device that projected music into your world. But they do know it as sort of an object of freedom. So there is this nostalgic kind of lightning bolt that kind of goes off when you look at it. You're like, wow, I like it. I don't know why, but it's kind of like awesome.
Lyle feels the Jacksonville art scene is on fire.
As a group show, this is amazing. The Jacksonville Museum, I'm already in the tour that I've just had, I'm really blown away by how the curation is skewed towards young up-and-coming contemporary artists, but ones that have a really significant voice to it, as well as the color, which really comes out in the Florida light, and just the general curation is very mature, but very progressive.
I'm Rance Adams for River City Live. There are so many pieces to this Synthesize exhibit. I just showed you the barest minimum. I barely scratched the surface. So you need to check it out yourself. So when you drop by MOCA to check out Synthesize, you got a little over a month to do it, as the exhibit ends September 24th. If you want to know more about Synthesize, any of the events or exhibits MOCA has on display, go to rivercitylivetv.com and click on the As Seen on RCL tab. Now let's see what